Okay, well, video's gonna have my cat in it tonight.
It's okay. We can't really get in trouble for it, so.
Well, at least that's one thing we can't get in trouble for.
I know. Well, let's see if that hits next
Right?
for some damn reason.
Someone's offended by a cat butt in the video.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of Sinister Stunt. Wow.
Stun. Sinister Stunner with your stunner babes.
Right?
With your hot babes.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sinister Sunday. I am Serena.
And I'm Heather.
We want to thank everyone for tuning in, and this week our topic is Christopher Watts.
Brum, brum.
Right?
Lame guy.
I feel like you should almost cue the Law and Order, the dun dun.
Oh my gosh, I should. I'll put it in there. Yes. No, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Serena's been wanting to get. Huh? What?
I felt like it was just a very fitting thing to do to him because I hate the man. I do.
Oh, very fitting. Very fitting.
God,
So Serena,
I had no nice words to say about this guy. So be ready, people.
I don't think anybody expects this to be a cakewalk or walking on rainbows or anything like that for this guy. This is like the worst dude out there, one of the worst dudes out there right now, going and basically playing God with his family, if you will. I don't want to deal with him anymore, so boom, bada bing, and then no remorse afterwards, which is the part that gets me. No freaking remorse. And then the girlfriend that he was with, does she actually know? Was she part of it, or was she
but now
really
there is
dumbfounded?
remorse.
Okay, so yes, tell me about. Okay, wait. Do we want to, Serena? Do you want to backtrack this up and tell us who this vile human is, if we can even call him human?
Yeah, I think calling him human is being a little nice, but I will definitely give a little insight on Christopher Watts and
Oh
why
boy.
he has made Sinister Sunday.
Uh-huh.
So, for those of you who don't know the story, Christopher Watts decided on August 13th of 2018 that he wanted to take the life of his wife, Shannon Watts, who was 34. She was also 15 weeks pregnant at the time with their son.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't just stop there. They had two adorable little girls, Bella and Celeste. Bella being 4 and Celeste being 3, which ironically, and I think this is part of the reason why I hate this man with a burning fire, is because that's the same age as my girls. And I can't imagine doing the unspeakable that he did to them.
Gosh. Yeah.
But he decided that August 13th of 2018 was the last day that they needed to be here on the earth with us. Now, it actually took him some time to come clean about this. And he actually tried to pin it all on Shannon first. So, I really do hate this man. Sorry, I can't say it enough.
Oh, girl, don't even say sorry because nah, we hate this man. He ever walks like on our street, boom, bada bing, he's gone. He's dead, bish. You dead. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten it in prison. Are you kidding me?
Well, he is on lockdown for 23 hours of the day. He only does get 1 hour to shower, work out. He's very restricted on the things he can do, which more power to them. I'm glad that he gets 1 hour to have a little bit of freedom. He doesn't even deserve that, but everybody needs a shower. So
Okay, well
I
they can
guess
just
we
take a
have to
long,
be nice.
I guess, but they can just take a long hose and spray him in a cell. Hose him
They
down.
could. No, I think that's even being too nice.
True.
Um,
100%.
yeah. So Chris was your typical family man. I say was because everything did happen to change. He ended up having a mistress on the side, Nicole Kessinger, who I think does play a part in this because there are audio tapes that you can find on YouTube where the woman who did Chris's lie detector test and another gentleman who also interviewed Chris at the time of the development of the case go in and they talk to him and they talk for a couple hours. And he definitely says that Nicole knew a little more than she was willing to admit. But Chris
Wow.
also lied in the beginning, so I don't exactly know how true.
How truthful he actually is because, yeah, I actually watched those a while back too, before I watched the documentary. And like I watched all this stuff before I watched the documentary because guys, there's a documentary out. If again you don't know, if you watch that, just here's a trigger warning. It's really, 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 really sad. Just so you guys know. But
I think I cried for probably like 10 minutes straight. I don't
oh,
just between how angry I was and to know that those two little girls and their unborn son Nico, it it broke my heart.
yep. After I watched that documentary, shoo, uh, Brandon had to calm me down. Like I could not stop. It put me in such a depressive mindset. But look, what I was saying real quick, Serena, and then I'll let you continue. But like, yeah, the investigators were talking to him for so long, and he was like trying to string it along this whole time, which was absolutely disgusting. That he was trying his best, like in his own world, if it were to go the way he wanted it to, because they weren't falling for it. Obviously, they weren't. They knew
Mhm.
right from the get go because of his actions and stuff. But if it was his perfect world, he would seriously be with that new girl somewhere else. And it would have never phased them, probably. Most likely. I mean, that's what I could assume.
Well, he is actually quoted as saying that had he not met Nicole, this none of this would have happened. So he kind of, in a sense, is actually blaming her entirely for the death of his family.
Okay. That's when you're like, okay, you meet a new chick. Okay, whatever. Divorce. Like, are your children a burden or something? That's what it's like.
Well, and that kind of leads into when everything happened. She had just gotten back from a business trip, and it was very early in the morning. They have been having issues. She's been talking to her friends. They've all kind of been speculating that there probably really is a new chick in his life.
Yeah.
And the
Oh, yeah.
fact that he still was willing to have sex with her hours before he killed her just blows my mind.
That is disgusting. That he had that plan the whole time and still wanted to go through with that. Mm.
Because in my mind, if you're not wanting to be with someone, don't do that. Like, even if she was initiating it because she wanted to know for sure that you still loved her, just push her hand away and be like, "Look, we need to talk. I'm really sorry for what I'm about to tell you, but I've been seeing someone on the side. At least you admitted that you were cheating as opposed to just continuing to cheat
Yeah.
and having your family too." But when he was recounting everything, he said that what pretty much triggered him was they were fighting and she pretty much told him that he would not see his kids again and that she was going to either move them to another state, and that set him off. And that's when his hands were around her neck. She didn't fight back and he strangled her.
But doesn't that contradict? Because like either way, she does this and goes, but his children live, and he might have a chance to actually fight for them. But no, he just
Right.
goes and wipes them off like nothing.
Yeah, I don't really
So,
understand
just
why killing. And
yeah.
honestly, I don't know if he would have really truly killed them had had Bella not walked in the bedroom.
Oh, she did, didn't she? Well, no, I don't know. I still feel like he would because I feel like he would just wanted to write them off.
Because Bella ended up coming in, and this was after he had already killed. I have seen her name said both ways, Shanann and Shannon, so if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. I've heard it both ways in documentaries and audio tapes, so bear with me
Yeah, I go with shit just like Shanann. I
because
don't
that's
know.
what it looks like, but I've also heard Shannon. I think her parents said Shannon, so
Basically, if she says either or at the time, it's you know
right.
who we're
I
talking about.
apologize. You know who, yeah.
Yeah.
But she was already deceased at the time that Bella came in there. From what I remember, Chris said that he was pulling the sheets off and Bella was frantically asking, what's wrong with mommy? Is mommy okay? And Chris really just said, "Mommy's sick. We need to take her to the hospital." That's literally what was said to them to get them in the truck because they were actually not dead at the time of arriving
Yeah.
to Chris's work site area.
Oh, this is where I get triggered. Mm.
Yeah,
Because they literally drove the whole way. They were like cuddling each other. They had their heads on each other, from what I understand, and all this stuff. Sick. Absolutely sick. He could have changed his mind. He could have seen them in the rearview mirror, turning around and looking at them. Couldn't he have? Oh my God, I cannot.
there was
Fathom, I can't
plenty of opportunity for him to save the girls.
change your heart.
Plenty of opportunity.
Run off
I
with them.
mean, even that would have, you could have pushed her body off on the side of the road out of the truck and just lived with your girls. I mean, not saying that that would be better, but in a sense, the kids wouldn't have had to die. I mean, poor Nico wouldn't have, but this was just a
But if
damned if
this,
you do, damned if you don't situation.
it is. But what we mean is like at that point of like he's already damage is done, right? He's already done something tragic. She's gone. Of course, the unborn baby's gone. So we're trying to say at least like he could have maybe just been like, oops, oh my gosh, I really effed up and changed it all around. Now two more little baby girl lives are gone. That's just oh my gosh. I will never think. I don't care how much says he's changed. I know we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. So
Mhm.
I'll hold my tongue. I don't think somebody who has that in them. Mm-mm, you will never tell me you've changed. I'm sorry.
Well, and listening to him actually recall the events and how they happened versus the Netflix documentary that I watched or we've
Yeah,
watched,
yeah.
it hit harder and angered me more to hear it
Why?
actually come out of his mouth
Oh, but
because
oh,
Bella, the 4-year-old, actually had to watch him kill her younger sister, Cece.
wow.
She
What
actually watched it happen. She
effed
watched
up
him smother her with her favorite blankie because the girls, at least Cece had her blanket with her. And then he took her and pushed her into the oil tank.
messed up, dude. Like
Yeah.
seriously, how effed up can you seriously be? He this came out of his mouth, like he said it again, like he talked about it. What was his
Yeah,
face
this
like?
it was just audio, there was no video.
Oh, okay. All right.
But he actually, you could hear that he was, distraught and upset about it because at least knowing that he is in isolation for 23 out of 24 hours in a day,
Mm,
you hope that what I'm about to say next just like is drilled in his head and is on repeat
yeah.
because right before he killed Bella, she literally pleaded, and this is a quote from him, was saying, "Please, Daddy, don't do to me what you did to Cece." How does that not stop that monster in you and just go, look at the damage I've done, and just how does that not break you down?
Oh, I know. I'm so confused at how you can really get to that point in your mind where you're seriously just erasing everything. These precious lives begging. Like looking just even the first one. Bella?
Cece was first, Celeste.
Okay, Cece was first, and Bella's the one that pleaded.
Yeah, Bella, even in the autopsy, it shows that Bella tried to fight a little more
That's disgusting. Oh my god, I hate that. I hate knowing that.
because I actually went and looked up the autopsy report and everything because
Sick.
found a whole nother like theory that has kind of been debunked and everything that I want to touch on too. But
Yeah, I want to hear.
um no, the autopsy shows that Bella actually did try to fight. She had like bit down on her tongue. I mean, it's so heartbreaking that he thought they were no better than to be put in oil drums. Like, come on.
I
You
think it's
created those lives and they're no better than the oil that's in those oil drums.
oh yeah, like nothing. Just like nothing. And then he just had the audacity to drive away. At that point he should have just jumped in. He should have just jumped right in and been like, I effed up. But no,
Yeah.
he went right. But no, then after this, he's seen on the news and he's lying to cops, saying, "Oh, she's gone," makes up this whole fabricated story, and he's able to do all of this.
Yeah,
Able
I
to.
I definitely want to just bring some light on Nicole Atkinson. Yeah.
Okay.
Shannon's friend, Shanann, her friend,
Oh, who
because
called?
yes, the one who actually called the cops because she hadn't heard from her since she dropped her off that night and she had missed her doctor's appointment. I definitely can't say how appreciative of her and the neighbor with the surveillance tapes
Oh yeah.
because those surveillance tapes definitely helped bring that story to light.
Yep.
Because the investigators were actually asking him about that time when he was loading up his truck because you see him with a gas can and he puts it on one side of the truck bed and then you see him take it out and he walks around to the other side and puts the gas can back in. And they asked him if he at that time knew what his plans were after killing Shanann, and he really didn't have much of an answer for them, that he didn't really know what his next steps were.
When did he put the girls in there? That's what I'm wondering. Like, why wasn't that on the camera?
It was he was on the opposite side of his truck, so you couldn't see aside from when he was carrying people back and forth
If
because
only.
I was watching it again and I was watching for like shadows of the girls, like if they actually walked out or if he carried them out. And it's pretty safe to say that he carried everybody to the truck
Really?
because there's never really any shadow of like the girls walking themselves, and there's never a shadow of him dragging her body out of the house either.
Interesting. I wonder if he had them like covered up or something because he's that paranoid, you know?
The only one that I know that was covered was Shanann. She was wrapped in her sheet, but what pains me is that she was pretty much below the girls the entire trip.
Like under their feet.
Hmm. She was like
What the
laying in the back dead with her girl. It just, it
like
sickens
honestly,
me.
no, like literally I've not heard a story recently that really gets me down the way that this does because that is absolutely disgusting. Like thinking about like we're both moms.
Hmm.
Over my dead body would I ever like that would ever come through my mind
Right.
to do this. Like we couldn't even fathom this. This is oh, I'm still here. My let me see if I can get my battery. Hold on.
Oh, you're good. He makes my blood boil.
I know. There's like no words for it. This isn't going to be flattering, I'll tell you this much. Let's see. Yep, there it goes. Dang it. That sucks. Hold on. What do I do? I don't know what to do. I can't hold this stupid thing up. Hold on. What do I do with you damn camera? Hold on. Oh Lord, Serena, you can see the pipes up top. Damn it. This is flattering.
Well, at least you
And
have the blurred black background, so it's not like people can
oh,
really, really tell.
is it still on? Oh, I don't care though if it is or not. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know what to put this up on. I'm gonna have to hold it, and you're over there. So like, I over here would be like if I was looking at you, but I'm not. I'm looking at you when I look over here. Like, sorry, Serena. Oh my
No, you're
gosh.
fine.
I don't know what to do though. So, all right, let's continue. What else can I do? I don't know what the hell to do. Like that's the only place I can put that because it's a weird charging port and it's not long enough. So like I have to like it has to be close to the charging port.
It
So
works.
you get an unflattering angle of me. Do I have a double chin? I can't see when I'm like, nah,
I
okay, we're
mean,
good.
if you purposely put it down to make a double chin, you do, but otherwise
I
you're good.
okay. Well, just know I'm looking at you. If I'm looking here, I'm looking at myself. So, okay, Serena, what were we saying now before that mishap? Oh, no, hold on. The fact that because his mom was under their feet,
Oh, yeah.
it driving there, and weren't they saying like, "Where are we going?"
Yes, they were asking, where they're headed. Had told them that they were taking mommy to the hospital. So
Wow,
it just,
that's devastating. Like, and that's the worst way to go too. Suffocating by your own parent. Wow, honestly.
yeah.
So, do we want to get into like what he like what okay, the girl, the
The
mistress, the side
mistress.
chick, yeah. Like, did you want to dive into that first or what you learned? He's all like, I'm not going to spoil it, but what you learned about what his mindset is
Well,
now. Ooh, whatever.
um, I want to kind of learn, bring up what I found. There was actually a book that was said to have been plagiarized because you cannot find like access to this book at all now.
What?
There, yeah, this is where it kind of gets, it seems like it can make sense, but at the same time, you can't really validate that these letters are really from Christopher Watts. The book is actually called Letters from Christopher: The Tragic Confessions of the Watts Family Murders by Sherilyn Cadell, maybe. And a lot of people have said that this book was actually plagiarized, and there's like no way to validate any credible resources to her and if the letters were really written by Christopher. Because I was trying to look more into that because the letters pretty much say that Chris had premeditated the murders and tried to kill the girls before he killed them and put them in the oil tanks.
Wait, no, I actually heard that, but I didn't know there was a book or anything like that. I heard that too, that he like when the girl walked in, the oldest one or whatever, one of the little girls walked in when he like had killed the mother, she he was startled and surprised because he thought he had already killed them. I was gonna bring that
Mhm.
up too. I was gonna bring that up too, but I actually like forgot. I lost that thought. But I didn't know that there was a book. I didn't know that there was any of this, but supposedly that was a um whole thing.
Yeah, he had wrote letters to this Sherilyn. Um, they were pen pals. It was pretty much for her to get material to write this book. But like I said, I was looking through Reddits and things like that because if you actually click on the link for this book, it's completely wiped out. It does not exist.
I
Which
wonder
leads me
why.
to believe she probably really did plagiarize and there's not a lot of truth to the story.
Okay. Makes sense.
Now, these letters, I can't guarantee that they're real. but it's interesting because it pretty much says that Chris premeditated. On August 12th, he knew. He 100% said in these letters, he knew that he was going to kill his family.
So sad.
He had given oxycodone to Shannon to terminate Nico, the 15-week-old fetus, to try and induce a miscarriage. And then he had planned to kill his daughters first. He tried to smother them with pillows, and obviously he was startled when, after he strangled Shanann, that excuse me, Bella had walked into the room. And that was also kind of where he wouldn't have done it had he not met Nicole came from as well.
Wow.
So this is kind of a whole another little tidbit that may or may not be true. I really couldn't find any actual evidence that stated it was.
Well, the thing that I actually think I would agree with, to be honest, if we know it's not true or not, but the fact that if he never met that Nicole, he wouldn't have killed his family off. I think that he probably wouldn't have. But the fact that he has it had it in him, eventually, probably in due time, he might have for some other reason. Like, if you're not happy with somebody, he obviously wasn't happy with his wife, then it would have happened eventually. Like, just end it. Divorce. Like, that's what normal people do.
Right, and who's to say there wouldn't be another Nicole down the road or
I
someone
know.
else?
Yeah.
So
No, you're
to
right.
say that, just because if she wouldn't have existed, you might not have done this and your family would still be here. You don't know that. If you had, like you
Yeah.
said it, if you have the ability to do it then, you probably have the ability to do it down the road if the situation would have called for it.
Yep. Especially if they're even older. Probably be easier in his mind. Because I don't know how you can look at like a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, even a 5-year-old or 6-year-old, and just be able to do that. Like, they're so innocent looking and doughy eyed and reliant on you and trusting of you. It's disgusting that they trusted him. I,
Mhm.
it breaks my heart in so many ways, in so many pieces, that somebody took advantage of that trust from their child and even did that to her sister, and she watched. Like, did that to
Yeah, that was
Cece.
kind of what really did me in, was to know that Bella
Me,
watched Cece be murdered.
me too. And
Why?
yeah,
Why do you not
it,
have the heart to at least hide it from one?
I know, just right there, right there in front of both of them, like, just boom, just doing it. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Like
Mhm.
they were nothing, just like cattle on a farm. Boom, boom, you know. Except this was a lot more suffering. Those girls went through a lot of suffering, and he is disgusting for this. Now, what is he trying to say now? You were telling me that he's trying to be like,
Well, now he has said that he has found religion and that
oh
he
yeah,
is
right.
very, very remorseful
Don't believe it.
for the things that he has done.
I think it's all an act. I don't care.
I mean, now like we've talked, he does spend a lot of time in isolation, so maybe there is some part of him that's finally at least registering the horrible things that he did. But you can tell me until you're blue in the face that you're remorseful, but I'm not going to be sympathetic to your remorse.
Nope.
You took 4 lives that day. Technically 5 because you took your own. You're sitting in prison for 5 life sentences.
He
3
got
you
lucky.
have to serve consecutively. Yeah, he definitely did get lucky that Shanann's family did not want the death penalty for him, which that's a whole nother thing.
Wait, what? I didn't know that.
They are part of the reason why he did not get the death penalty. They did not want to see him die because in their eyes, that is still their son. And this is where it's kind of weird. Like the
Okay.
families are sympathetic to each other
Interesting.
because
Like his family and then her family.
Yeah, both families. They were sympathetic to him in not seeking the death penalty and forgiving him because that was, their son-in-law and everything. They loved him and whatnot. And then you have his family who is sympathetic and loves him and supports him. And I'm just kind of like mind blown that these families lost granddaughters, a grandson,
Mhm.
a daughter, a daughter-in-law, and
They're still
accept his sympathy, like give sympathy to him and accept his remorse for what he did.
No, he definitely got lucky, didn't he? Wow. Just wow. I think he's lucky that he doesn't get released for the hour a day he gets, and he doesn't get murdered during that time. Seriously.
Well, I'm sure he's probably still not allowed around people
Oh, okay.
in that hour. I'm sure
Okay.
they make sure he's in a shower by himself. I'm sure that, if he's working out, he's the only one in that room or outside, wherever it may be. Because right now, I didn't see anything updated past this, but in December of 2018, he was transferred to Dodge Correctional Institution in Waupun, Wisconsin. So actually, he could be up to his neck in snow right now, maybe.
Hmm. I I feel like in a way it is good. It is a good punishment for to sit there in isolation. It basically makes you crazy. But in another way, I almost wish that he had to suffer differently than just isolation. Because what he did to those girls and
Mhm.
and his wife, I will say, but the girls, I mean, you got me there because they're little. It's heartbreaking. I don't even know. I can't even like wrap my head around it, but like something where it feels like it levels the playing field in some way, shape, or form because I feel like this isn't good enough. He should like have his toenails pulled out or something like some medieval punishment, Serena.
Or at
Medieval
least maybe make him have to sit and forcefully watch all the
oh
family videos
home footage.
because
Yeah.
Shanann always was doing videos for Facebook.
Yep.
I mean, there are countless videos of those little girls.
Yeah.
I would make him just have to sit and repeatedly watch those. Maybe
Yep.
not so much when he found out that she was pregnant again because they actually discussed that video with him because his excitement, they were like, your excitement just wasn't there. So, he was talking about how when she had told him that she was pregnant with Nico, he wasn't as thrilled because that kind of complicated things with Nicole even more.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gosh, I know I've said this already, but divorce, hi. Like, you have to deal with a crazy wife? Sure, fine. But at least you have your daughters and they're gonna live a life. Don't
Yeah.
even separate yourself. If they're such a burden or if they're this or that, separate yourself. Go off. Go with your new girl. Let these girls just have a damn life. They'll find a new stepdaddy. They'll find a new dad. But no, he took that from them because he's a selfish mother something or other.
Well, and like you mentioned earlier, it's really kind of contradicting that
Mm,
the trigger was her saying that she would take the girls away from him, but
yeah.
yet he took the girls away from him anyway.
Right. It's almost like in like these certain types of movies where it's like a really big stalker or something. They're like, if I can't have you, nobody will, and he's like gonna kill her. It's almost like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Still means you're pretty effed in the head. And obviously he didn't feel that way about the girls because he would have just like after he did what he did to Shanann, he would have just had the girls. If they even meant anything to him.
Right.
I don't know
He,
what else.
as much as he could have said that that was the trigger, I don't know how much I 100% believe it because,
Mm-mm. Yeah.
you wanted a clean slate, buddy, and
Yep.
that's what you were doing. You were
100%.
taking everything from your past and wiping it out to have a clean slate with Nicole,
Yep.
when all you had to do was just be like, "Okay, I'll leave. If you're not here when I get home, that's okay."
Let's take it to court with the kids.
Right.
Or if you don't want anything to do
Just
with the kids, be like, I don't want anything to do with them. Fine, whatever. Be another POS. That's fine.
right. Just all it needed to be was a few words, not the horrific actions that really did take place.
100%. And like, I don't know what else to say about this dude other than the fact that he's going to hopefully just rot in prison. I don't, huh?
I hope so. I hope that
I know.
because he's serving 5 life sentences. 3 of them are consecutively being served, which means he has to serve them back to back to back, which in all retrospect he should die at some point in the first like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And then he has 2 that are being served concurrently to that. So, I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. Hopefully there will be news in a few years that he's gone or
Maybe he
something
takes his,
happened to him.
something happened to him finally. We'll see what kind of justice really gets served, to be honest. There are girls writing this guy and fantasizing over him, and it is absolutely disgusting and absolutely ridiculous. And I hope that that just dies down real quick because he does not need that. He does not deserve that. That is disgusting. How? I don't even know what to say
Yeah,
about that.
in my opinion, you really don't love yourself if you think that a murderer is
Your ideal man.
worth fantasizing over.
Oh my gosh, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. They all crazy. Like, no, thank you.
Well, and I don't know if maybe it's because there's the shirtless like prison photo of him go that you can find on the internet.
So
I
you can find a
I don't
sane
know.
guy that looks way better than that and sane.
Right.
Did I
So, I
mention
don't
sane?
know. That's
Non-murderous, sane. Anyways, do you have anything else to say about this douchebag before we wrap him up?
just that I'm happy he finally, after making the cops wait for 2 days, admitted to what he did and is where he should be,
And he's gonna rot. Mother trucker gonna rot.
and he better rot.
Yep. And I hope they cut off his mail services.
I
Just
don't know if they'll go as far as castration, but I mean, hey,
no. Well, okay, that would be cool too. But I'm
that's
saying
what cutting off
mail.
his male parts are.
No, mail, like carrier, mail. Like, ooh, you got
Oh,
mail.
gotcha.
Sorry. I'm saying the other part's cool too if they had like timed onto a chair. I mean, I was happy with what you said too. So both of those apply. I mean, really,
Right.
add both those to what's to come and I'll be happy.
Well, okay, it's kind of funny because, one of my friends, Jaden Quick. Hi, Jaden. Um,
Oh, okay, I know of Jaden a little bit. What's up?
yeah, you see him pop up on our pages and everything.
Uh-huh.
He sent me
Yes.
an article to check out for a possible upcoming Sinister Sunday the other day, and he
Ooh,
comments and he goes, "Is it bad that I just now pretty much associate you with death?" And I could not help but laugh because I told him, I'm like, "I don't know if I should, take this as a compliment because I want to."
total compliment because you know what's up. You know how you're in these murders minds. You're like all up in it, serving the tea about these
So
murder
it
bees.
just, it's kind of funny that you talk about postal services, but I hear mail services and
Uh-huh. Thank you guys for tuning in for our Sinister Sunday on the whole stupid Chris Watts. Is there any Oh, is there any of the wrestling thing? I went to go watch that Thursday. I watched it and I saw Peyton. Peyton's Serena's sister. She does the photography and all that fun stuff behind the scenes there. So, when should we expect another episode? Do you know? I can
Um,
wait to you go look it up and I can cut out dead air.
I was actually trying to look that up before we started because I thought I was told that there was supposed to be another one this week. Let me check with my other resource.
Okay. And I
And
can
if we need to, we can plug it at the end of
we could just
Jeffree
do what we did.
Star.
I mean, yeah, we can definitely do that.
Thank you guys for all tuning in and listening to us rant because we sure did not rave about Chris Watts.
Boom.
We do hope that his family is resting easy in whichever spiritual belief place you guys all believe in,
Mhm. That these
because,
girls have
they definitely
peace.
did not deserve this.
100% not. Polls will be open Monday. So you guys, please reach out to Serena or I, or get on our website and let us know what topics you want us to add to the polls. We really want to see what you guys want. So we'll just put it up there so people can vote, and make sure you do vote too. We would really appreciate that. So we can see what you guys really want. Okay, you voted for Chris Watts this time, and for Tuesday's pop culture topic, you voted for Jeffree Star.
I will actually be on our Facebook page later tonight and will be posting I'll even put up a little post in hopes that maybe you guys will give us some topic options for Sinister Sunday. And
Yes.
then well, I guess I'll actually just probably post for both Sinister Sunday and Pop Culture Tuesday since the polls go up at the same time. But we definitely would like to hear things that you guys would like to hear about. I know we've had some suggestions like The Masked Singer for Pop Culture Tuesday.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
had some wrestling suggestions because I know we do have some wrestling fans that now listen to our podcast, which is
And
awesome. Thank you guys for your support.
and I'm down to do some homework for that.
She definitely have a lot of homework.
I'll get it. Have faith in me. I'll get this.
But yes, just please let us know what you want to hear, whether you contact us through our website or through our Facebook page. We're always active, we are always listening, and
Yes.
we can't thank you guys enough for your support and your tune-ins.
Stay safe and see you guys next time. Do you want to say it too? I don't know. Should we say it at the same time or is that too cheesy?
That might be a little too cheesy.